Hi Internet, I'm John Matos and this is Watching Books. So I'm going to start off this review talking about what I assumed Anne of Green Gables was. Growing up, my mom and sister and grandmother got their books from what we called the Christian bookstore, which is actually Providence, which is a chain in this area. And a lot of the books from that store are Amish. And it's kind of weird to say that because you would think that the Amish would not want their culture dramatized, but there's something romantic about that culture for fundamentalist Christian women that I don't really understand. And I thought Anne of Green Gables was that. I always saw the cover of this young white woman out in a field, and I assumed it was a Amish woman's story. What it turns out is that it's actually a period piece set in Canada, and if you go by the series, a lot of it is not her as a young woman, it's her as a kid, and that immediately made me rethink this series because I thought it was just chick lit or a glorified romance novel for women, but seeing it as this kid's story really got me interested in the series, and it made me want to give the story another shot. What I will say is that this series is well made, and the actors are amazing. I don't know any of their names, and I think that actually suits the show, not having people that you can immediately identify. You can really feel like you're in this time period because you can only really imagine them as they look in this series, as opposed to seeing somebody from like Modern Family pretending to be from this time period. Just like with the original Superman Christopher Reeves, you now define this girl as Anne, and I think she did a great job ingratiating you to her character. At the same time, if you don't like fish out of water stories, that's what this is. It's this young orphan girl who is going to this countryside in Canada. A lot of the people in the area are wealthy. They're people that go there to get away from business culture, and the wives in this area are very liberal and forward-thinking, but at the same time, they're not willing to look at outsiders as one of them. And so a lot of the series focuses on Anne being kind of persecuted by these people in this area and trying to get these people to give her a chance. And she is very intelligent and she does a lot of reading. She's very precocious, and it's that part of her character that might not rub you the right way. The only thing I can really compare it to is a good example and a bad example. Thor is the type of character where he's from Asgard and he goes to Earth, and there's all these like hijinks of him trying to romance this human woman and her friend who's like fascinated that there's this god that is now drinking human coffee and smashing glasses and things that a god would do and not get in trouble for. And it depends on what your tastes are, whether that's funny to you or just kind of like a wasted opportunity to do this awesome character of Thor. And then I think a good example is, you see Captain America and you think, this is cool to see this person out of time who has all these traditional American values that we've lost as a society. Isn't this cool to see him in modern day try to get all these heroes to remember what America stands for, even if he's not technically right, but he's trying to protect his friend. You see his compassion and you think, that's an admirable quality. You can get invested in him, even if there are some humorous moments where he's a fish out of water. And so there's a lot of these moments where Anne is not like these people, and some unbelievable moments where, she saves somebody from a fire and it's because she read the fire manual in her orphanage. And you might think, well, that's not realistic. If you do like precocious characters, people that are really in love with words and their imagination, that's a big theme involved in with her character, that she is always imagining things, then I think you'll like Anne of Green Gables. But if that kind of character annoys you, and if really energetic child characters don't sit well with you, then you might not like it. But personally, I don't really enjoy the Amish Christian books, and just doing like a romance novel and doing a fish out of water story and having a kind of well-meaning character who is kind of perfect, and a lot of other characters that need to listen to this child more, and wisdom from the mouth of babes kind of thing. If you don't like that, you won't like it, but I thought it was well executed, it was well acted, it was well directed, very beautiful with the Canadian countryside. I think you'll enjoy it if you like any of those things. So if you enjoyed this, please like and share. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye.